What's up, everybody? Chef Round Eye here on the Griddle Food Network, where we take backyard barbecue to the next level. Today we're going pure carnivore with the 2.5-inch tomahawk steak. Let's get this bad boy on the Blackstone. Griddle up. 3, 2, 1. Ingredients are real simple. 2.5 inches of tomahawk steak. I'm gonna season it up with black pepper, salt. I'm also going to cook it in this homemade butter. No, I wasn't churning and making butter. I just took unsalted sweet butter. I diced up fresh Italian parsley and fresh garlic. I whipped it all up. So I'm going to be doing this on dollop size on the sides of each side of the steak and on top of the steak. I'll also be using a little bit of thyme. I'll put on both sides of the steak so it gets into the juices, and then, well, a little bit on top. A little side for the dish, just some yellow potatoes, little niblets that I'm going to throw and cook on the side. And then for some toast, I'm going to toast up nice ciabatta bread in the juices and seasoning. Once the steak comes off, I'll toast it up in that seasoning and juices left on the griddle. Let's get this tomahawk on the Blackstone. All right, we're going to season it up with salt and black pepper. Again, when we cook this too, it's 2.5 inches thick. I'm going to cook it 7 minutes on each side. And then I'm going to hold it on the griddle like so. Hold it here, here. Get all this nice and cooked around. Then we'll lay it flat down on the griddle. Let's griddle up. And now for the main event. So I'm going to hold this down here. I'm going to get this sides nice and hot. Get it starting to color up. I'll do it on the top here. Then I'll start my timer, 7 minutes on both sides. All right, I've got my timer. We're going to go ahead on the first side here. 7 minutes. Okay, so we're 10 seconds away from being done in 7 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and get it flipped. Let's see what our timer says. 7. Let's go ahead and do a temperature check. So not all the way through, just about half an inch in, you're at about 122 degrees. So we'll go ahead, let it go in about 2 minutes into this. I'm going to go ahead and start putting the butter on and the thyme. All right, butter. This smells so good. Oh. Fresh thyme. Yeah, snap, crackle, pop. And 7 minutes is up. Let's take a look here. Get a temperature reading. about still 122 here. Let's flip it over. Check that temp now. Pushing it in dead center, I'm still about 120 degrees. Gonna let it cook longer. Now I'm gonna start doing it every 3 minutes. These tomahawks are a little bit tricky. You don't wanna overcook them because nobody likes a well done steak. Well, I shouldn't say that, some people do.
How would you like those steaks cooked?
Well, just knock its horns off, wipe its nasty old ass, and chunk it right down on the plate.
Same for me, please.
We promote medium to medium rare on the Griddle Food Network, but to each their own, whatever you like. So I started 7 minutes on each side. Again, this is a 2.5 inch cut of beef. So I want to make sure it just gets cooked all the way through. I don't want it completely raw in the middle. So that's why I'm now going to start doing it at 3 minutes and flipping it. All right, this tomahawk, it's ready to get pulled off. Put this bad boy. We're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes, then we'll slice into it. While we're doing All right, now I got these potatoes have been crisping nicely. I'm just going to warm them up. Add a little bit of the butter. All right, let's go ahead and get this meat and see how we did. I think Chef Rondai should have been sharpening his knife while this was cooling down. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh. Yeah, the flies are here. It's a nice medium. Oh yeah, nice and pink. Not rare, but definitely not overcooked. This is a good cooked medium steak. Oh. Oh man. Go ahead and got to get a bite of this one.
I know that when I put it in my mouth, the matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious.
Nice little ciabatta bread. Let's take a bite of that. Oh yeah. And the crowd goes wild. Oh, this piece of meat is so good. Like I told you before, we're going straight carnivore today. You can taste all the flavoring, seasoning, the butter, the way it's cooked into the meat. You can taste it all along the sides. Nice, it's a juicy piece of meat. It's absolutely delicious. Tomahawk steak on the Griddle Food Network. Round eye out. Griddle up.